All right, folks, I have here what is just the nicest, cheap little car that you can imagine. This is a 2000 Saturn SC1 3-door. Let me start her up for you. Now, my nephew who works for me has driven this vehicle a lot. Let's see, he's put on 572.9 miles, it looks like. And he reports that this is just, you know, it's a decent little car. 212,508. What's significant about that? Well, yeah, it's a lot of mileage, but guess what? This car made it to 212, so it's got a long way to go. As you can see, there's no warning lights, no check engine lights on. There's a little thing telling you the trunk's open, but that's because the trunk is open. But this car is just in fantastic shape. Saturns, of course, are mostly made of plastic, so that explains some of it, but even the interior is in really good, clean condition. You'd never know this car had this mileage on it. But again, the price is going to be commensurate with what it is. So let's check out the options we do have. Radio works. I know the heat works. I think the AC works. The little light goes on, but it's like really too cold out this morning to really test that. Let's see, it's a 4-speed automatic overdrive. Let's see, we got to check we'll do this. Yeah, wipers work. Horn works. What else? You know, manual mirrors. Now, listen, I gotta say something about Saturns. I love these cars. They last a long time. Okay. Oh, there it is. I was waiting for that to come back on. Okay. See that little light there? All that means is there's an O2 pump that got some water in it. It comes and goes. You know, it's up to you if you want to fix it or just clear it so it'll pass inspection. That'll be your business, not mine. Let's see, it's got a sunroof, albeit a pop-up sunroof, as you can see, not, you know, your power sunroof, so that was obviously put in afterwards. But looking around the car, it doesn't look like it leaks at all, so that's good. What else can we talk about? Well, let's go around the outside, and that's what you'll really see. Oh, I know what I was going to say. You know, the only difference between a Saturn, really, and a Honda is for some reason the Hondas run a little smoother. I'm talking about the older cars, you know, 2000, 2001, that sort of stuff. Not the newer stuff, they're all the same now. Well, they don't even make Saturn anymore, so what does that tell you? But anyway, this is a great running car, but I wouldn't say it's as smooth as a Honda. But you know what? It's probably a third the price. So you know what? I'll take a little bit of noise and vibration for that kind of money savings. All right, let's see. The left front tire is, what is that? I can't even read this. Holy cow. Oh, there it is, almost 6/32. That's left front. So that's about halfway down. All right, this is your left side. Ooh, this tire actually looks really good. Yeah, that one's, geez, that's like, what is that? What's the next thing down? Yeah, that's like almost 10/32. The left rear. Oh yeah, they must have put these on together because the right rear looks to be about exactly the same. Yeah, it's just about 10/32. And the right front looks to be about the same as the other side. Which is, well, actually, no, let me get it better. Yeah, about 6/32. Okay, so the moral of the story here is, folks, that front tires, halfway gone, rear tires, almost brand new. Personally, I'd swap them. I want the better tires on the front, but that's up to you. As I said, the body's made out of plastic, so obviously there's going to be no rust, no dents. About the only thing you could expect from a plastic body or maybe some scratches, and this is pretty clean. Now I'm doing this in the shade because if I did it out in the bright sunlight, it would cast so many shadows you wouldn't be able to see what I was trying to show you, but I will give you a tour around the car in the sunlight when we're done with the video. All right, and of course here is the door jamb. It's a 2-door coupe, as I said before. Here's your door frame. And of course it's kind of pointless actually showing you the door frame because there's not going to be any rust because it's made out of plastic. But look at this. This is like just a good indicator of how this car was well maintained, well taken care of. This door panel, not beat up, nice and clean. Trust me when I tell you, I have seen cars with 60,000 miles in way worse shape than this one. It's just overall a nice, decent car. A little bit of staining right there on the seat, but nothing really horrible. Here's your back seat. Okay. A little scratch there, not a big deal. The rest of the quarter panel looks really good. Here's your roof. Come around, let's go to the back of the car. Okay, So, another good sign is, even though the car's got, like I said, some mileage on it, look at how clean and nice this bumper is. What I mean by clean and nice is, usually bumpers on a higher mileage car are just a mess. And this one actually isn't. Here's underneath. And let's see if we can see anything. There you go. All right, and here we go in the trunk. And yes, it does have, as you can see, a 60/40 split fold down rear seat. So you actually have a very decent cargo capacity in this car. Let's pull this up. Now let's get the thing on. There we go. Yeah, it looks like all your tools are there. Spare tires there, good to go. So that's always a relief to have that. All right, let's close this up. Oops. Get that carpet in the way. Well, I'll fix that. I'm just the latch closed. Anyway, as you can see in the back, little spoiler, the deck lid, which I do believe the deck lid and the hood are made out of metal. And the roof actually I think is made out of metal too, but it's the rest of the car that's made out of plastic. As you can see, very nice, very clean. Now here's one of the interesting features of this car that I really like, is even though this is a little coupe they call it, it does have a third door. And that's what I love about this car, because check this out. Third door gives you this whole nice way of getting in the car. Especially if you have people that you got stuff in the back. I mean, nobody's going to want to ride in the back of this thing for a long way. But if you got a pet, kids, whatever, you actually can stick some people in there. And you can see there's just a little bit of surface scale right there. Nothing really to worry about. And we'll close this up. Close that. And there's what the car looks like. You know, this is of course on the driver's side. It even has those nice rain guards. I like them. They're really good in the rain. Well, obviously, GM has always had an issue with water getting in the car when you're driving down the road, so these rain guards are actually a necessity in my opinion. Left front fender looks like it's got a few stone chips, some scratches, and nothing really major, but again, overall the car actually is just a cute, attractive little car. And you'll get a better look at it when we bring it out into the sun too. Coming around to the front, the headlights look nice and clear. Front bumper actually looks pretty decent. I mean, it's got its stone chips and a couple scrapes, but nothing really indicative of use. And underneath, I don't know if you can see anything. They often put shields and stuff in the way I can't tell. But of course, this is the most important thing right here. The engine. Obviously, this car has been well maintained to make it this far. I feel by the way this car runs, it's going to last a heck of a lot longer. But hey, you never know. But again, the price will be commensurate, as I said, with the mileage. Hey, here, let's rev this thing up a little bit so you can hear how she sounds. You know, obviously the rev limiter, you know, stops me from really revving up really high. But even at the higher revs, you can hear there's no valve train noise, no knocks, no taps, and no smoke comes out of the back. It's just an amazing, amazing little car. That this thing runs as good as it does, it's fantastic. All right, and of course, here's your hood. You can see that's in pretty good shape. All right. Okay, as I said, the hood is metal, so you can see a stone chip developed into a little bit bigger chip, which is something you can just get a bottle of touch-up paint from the dealer and fix that up right away. And get this, it's got a good inspection sticker, good for almost a year, till March of 2015. So within the last year, this car has passed New Jersey State inspection. But as always, the most important part of this vehicle, you know, besides the way that it looks good, besides the fact that it's clean and everything, is everybody wants to know, how does it drive? Well, that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to fix the little trunk latch there, and then we're going to take it for a spin. All right, we're going to take it for a spin now, but first thing I'd like to demonstrate for you is a warm start. Obviously, really cold out today. We did a cold start this morning when I first started the car up for you. Now I'm going to do a warm start now that the car has had a chance to warm up. And as you can see, it starts equally as well, cold and warm. So it's just like I said, my nephew put a lot of miles on this thing, and he's trained to tell me when there's something wrong. So basically, this is just a pretty tight, decent, cheap little car. But I will show you as we drive how nice it actually is. Oh, look at that, no traffic. That's a new one. 4-cylinder, 4-speed automatic, gives you good gas mileage. Trans shifts nice and smooth. I don't hear any strange noises. It's actually a pretty tight handling little car too. It's nice. Goes down the road nice and straight. See, both hands off the wheel. Yeah, it's just a zippy little car. This would be a great first car for a kid, or actually as a little commuter car. This would be great. Probably gets fantastic gas mileage and it looks cool. Here, and then I'll give us a ride back, and I'll really step on the gas, let you guys see and hear it shift up through the gears. Nice little tight turning radius. All right, I'll turn the fan down so maybe you can hear a little better, and here we go. There we are, 55 miles an hour, shifting smoothly through all the gears. It's not a race car. You know, you're not going to win any drag races in this thing. But you know what you will get is a lot of value. And that's one thing I really work hard for, is to give you guys a lot of value. And that's what this car is. Now, I'm going to do a brake test, and all that's simply going to consist of is pulling into this lot over here across the street from my place, slamming on the brakes, letting go of the wheel, and see what happens. Keep your eyes on the steering wheel, you know, because if it wildly jerks one way or the other, that may indicate a brake problem. But it also checks a couple of other things, which we'll talk about in a second. All right, hands off the wheel, and now, I don't know if you noticed that or not, but the wheel was dead straight. We came to a quick stop, quick as can be, dead straight. In fact, I don't know if you can see through the windshield or not, but you might be able to see the little, I can see them, I don't think you guys can, but yeah, it stopped perfectly straight. All right, so, back over here. And like I promised you, I'm going to take a walk around the outside of the car in the bright sunshine so you can really get a good, you know, clean view at it. All right, a little recap. This is a 2000 Saturn SC1. The SC1 just means sports coupe, which in this case actually means a 3-door. It's not loaded with equipment, but what it's got works fine. It's everything you need in a cheap, nice, decent looking little car. Yeah, it's got a little high on the mileage. It does have the service engine light on. Which I don't know if that's the same as a check engine light or not, but whatever. Service engine soon often means like you gotta change the oil, but I'm not sure. Anyway, you can look it up on the internet. You can find anything out on the internet. We got 212,509 miles on a 2000 model year. So like I said, a little high, but I believe there's a lot of life, good life actually, left in this car. Judging by the way it was taken care of, by the shape it's in right now, I think you can get at least another, maybe 70, 80, 100,000 miles even out of this car. And let's see if I can take this off. I'll get my hands completely in the way. Sorry, folks. Now we'll take a little walk around the outside of the car so you guys can really appreciate how nice this car looks. Again, it's not a, you know, a brand new car, but then again, you're not going to be paying anywhere near brand new car prices. It's a really nice color. I don't get many in this color, so it's kind of unique actually. Fantastic condition, good tires, just an all-around good car. Back up. All right, as I always do, I hope this goes to a good home. Thanks.